Hey YouTube, what's going on?
It's finally time to show you something other than the garage, and we're very excited.
We spent the whole summer slaving away on the building behind us, and now we get to work on the house.
The house! It's so close to being done with rough framing. It's not quite done with rough framing, but we're going to take you through and show you what the crew has been working on all summer long.
Absolutely. We didn't do this because it would have taken too long, and we felt it was too complicated for a first framing job. We never framed anything before the garage, and now you're going to see why.
This is our entryway. Take us on in.
It's big. It's 6 by 8. We are going to have a double 2/3 light glass door right here. It's going to be super cool. That arrives later this week, actually, but I won't be here to get it, so I'll have to get it next weekend.
This is the great room. The giant gable ceiling.
It is, in fact, great.
It is a great, great room.
So we wanted everything to be open. The whole point of this house is that view that's over there. So we wanted as much window in that wall as possible. What you're looking at is 30 feet from the ground right here all the way to the top of that ridge beam, which is 27 inches. It's going to be exposed when we're finished. It should be really, really cool. To the why we did not frame this ourselves. First things first, Allie, how good are we?
What?
How good are we at framing?
Amateurs.
Not that good.
Not that good.
The garage was the first thing I'd ever framed in my life. If you look here.
We did pass inspection though. The inspector said we did good enough.
We did, yeah. Yep, we had building inspection on the garage on Friday, and we passed. There was nothing wrong with it, which is good enough for me on a first go. I thought that inspectors always found something wrong. But back to the house. These are full height LVLs. We have quite a complicated system of engineered wood products to make it possible to have this giant opening. I know that the lighting's a little tough here. It's very hard. I'll adjust it. But it's very difficult to stand up this kind of wall. I've never operated a crane. You can see how big these structures are. Standing up 13 foot of garage door wall was really hard on us. I don't even want to think about how difficult it would have been for Allie and I to figure this out.
So this is Avienda. No, this is Elaine.
We have a cat that will not stop
She's
meowing.
very noisy.
No amount of catnip in the world will make this cat stop meowing.
She's very talkative. I won on the cat battle because we had so many mice in the trailer. Now we have cats.
Mice are
and
gross.
This one never shuts up.
And we have fewer mice now, actually.
I haven't had a mouse problem.
I heard like one last week.
Yeah. Since we got cats. Not so much with mice in the trailer. So, this is our living space. These are the stairs that go up to the master suite, which is actually on the second floor. We'll show you in a little bit. This is where the kitchen is.
Our stove is going to be right here. First mistake we made in designing this house is that we wanted, because there's a great view out those windows. We wanted to let that great view in. That's the whole point of the house. So we put these big old windows on either side of the stove, which means that we can't hang overhead cabinets right here. So we're gonna have to get creative. But right here is going to be our island. I think we're gonna end up doing full height cabinets in this cabinet area. This is 36 deep, so we'll get nice deep cabinets right here. And on the back of this island, I'd like to see some deep drawers that can pull out. Since we're losing that space over there for storage, it'd be great to win it back in the island and be able to pull those really big deep drawers out.
The point of the house is obviously this view behind us, and these two giant openings that go onto our giant deck are going to be pretty special.
We're going to have bifold glass doors here that pivot, and then they stack on the side of both of these openings. So we blew the budget on these windows, but they're really going to make it because we're going to be able to transform this living room from an indoor space to a composite space that's indoor-outdoor. It's going to be super cool to throw these things wide open and step onto the deck. This is our deck. It wraps all the way around to the entry Obviously, it's in rough framing state. We actually have to get the decking installed before we can install the exterior doors we told you about that are really, really cool, because otherwise we won't have anything to stand on when we do it. The deck is enormous by design. It's 860 square feet.
This is the living space on the main floor, or at least this is how you get back to the bedrooms. So first up, we have a washer and dryer room. This is the first time we will ever have an actual laundry room in our entire married life.
We've always had a laundry closet.
We've been apartment people, and we're gonna have an actual laundry room, which is pretty special. It's not huge, but it's an actual room for our laundry. This is the main floor bathroom. We'll have full bath here.
This is a good little space. We've got, I'd say, 8 by 14, something like that, with its own window that'll let a little light in.
For scale.
Yes, Allison for scale.
Here is our first guest room. Have a full king-size bed in this room for guests. This view is actually very nice going up the hill and looking, it does see, some of our neighbors' houses, but nice treescape goes up the hill. There's often moose in this area and deer. We get mule deer. Lots of wildlife to see out this view.
Guest bedroom number 2 / my office. We are going to put a desk right there. Big window. We have great views all the way around. And there's this giant valley we overlook, as well as the south end of the lake over here. And I wanted that to be a place I could inhabit. So the way we're going to make that work is that we are going to put a Murphy bed on the wall that is immediately behind. And we're going to put a desk right here. There is a little walk-in closet right here, not super important. We'll make this a space that we can convert into a guest space when we have friends and family over.
Here are the stairs going up to the master suite. The entire second floor is just for us. So up here on this landing, we have another giant window with a great view of that sweeping valley and the lake in the distance. This is going to be my office view. I'm going to set up a desk in this space in the loft. I can look out at the view through the giant gable wall as well. Again, the lighting's kind of crazy because it's super bright outside and not that bright in here. There we go. So I'll have this view behind me and that view to my left. Have a nice little desk up here on the loft. Zeus has already found his spot for hanging out and keeping an eye on everything. He likes hanging out a lot. And now we enter the master suite. So this is a little entryway. To the right is the bedroom. This is a very large room. The bed will go under that window. We have pretty decent walk-in closet. It's not crazy, but we're kind of minimalist with our clothes.
Are we minimalist, or are we just not good at dressing?
Both.
Relevant question.
Neither of us are very fashionable, and we don't like having a whole lot of clothing.
Either way, we just don't want to have a closet full of clothes that we never wear. So we shrank the size of the closet. We gave our inputs for design, and they came back with this giant closet monstrosity.
Less bathroom space. I'd rather have the bathroom space.
Yes.
So let's show you the bathroom. This is our master bathroom. So it has a separated toilet room right there, and then beautiful views out that way. Vanities will be right in this space. This is the part of the house that I'm probably the most excited about. We are going to have a fully glassed in European style wet room with the bathtub and shower space, as well as steamers coming out of this wall. So we'll have 2 steamers and a shower shelf, a rainbird shower, and then an additional shower head that has a hose on it, and a soaking tub over here. And I am so excited to relax in this tub and look at that view. And you might be thinking, wow, you have a bathtub right in front of a giant window. There's no one there. There is no one that could see us from their house outside of this window. But B, we're probably going to tint the window so that you can't see in from the outside, you can only see out. So very excited for my bathtub with a view.
What we have done is we have rotated the house such that the corner of our house is past the sight line from the end of their deck. So when you're in here sitting in the tub or taking a shower, they cannot actually see until you rotate well around and stick the camera right out the window's edge.
Without sticking my head out the window, they can't see into our bath.
Exactly. We're private without being private because we're clever.
We will show you the basement eventually, but right now it's very dark down there and it's really messy. They haven't taken out some of the scrap wood and it's gross right now. But we will show you the basement. We're not going to finish it in our first go.
We have this big space between the hallway and the stairs, and we really don't have a plan for it. What we would like to do is solicit your advice for what is to go here. Should we do some nice built-in cabinets on which we can place keys and school books and whatever? Should we do a little mud area, maybe? Should we do a built-in desk? Should we leave it open so that we can meander and pace back and forth? I don't know. You tell us.
Should we put a piano? Coffee bar?
Coffee bar's a great idea. Neither of us play the piano.
I wish I played the piano, and I want my children to play the piano.
We have hope for our kids, but here's the thing. When I was a kid, we had a piano, and none of us learned how to play it.
My favorite options for that space are coffee bar. Problem with doing a coffee bar right there is that you're so far away from the concerts. But if we put a little faucet, maybe a little, I don't know.
Here's the deal. We have cathedral ceilings. We could put an organ in that corner and like do some Christopher Nolan stuff. It would be incredible.
I really like the idea of getting a piano that plays itself, that's pretty, and you know, we could play it, but also we could just have the piano playing itself in this grand room. Maybe that's a little too bougie and grand for us.
Why did we never learn to play the piano? That's
I
the real
really
question.
wish I had learned how to
No,
play.
never did it.